You don't know?
Najwa Shihab has said that NKRI does not mean uniformity, but the embodiment of equality and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, in this beautiful chance, let me tell you a speech under the title Indigenous People's Right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable, the judges, and all of viewers. First of all, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to deliver my speech. And hi, my name is Fajar Bayu Kusuma and I'm from Senior High School 1 Medikan, Honorable. Do you know about indigenous people and this right? Alright, indigenous people are people who are descended from the original inhabitant of a place and have developed culture in that place with an original status as non-migrant ethnic group. Indigenous people themselves have right. This right also listed in the UN General Assembly, June 29, 2006. One of the rights is reaffirming that indigenous people, in exercising their right, must be free from all forms of discrimination. Well, that's a bit of our discussion of indigenous people and what about in Indonesia. As we know, Indonesia is called as the archipelago because it consists of 1,000 islands. This condition increases the Indonesian indigenous people, but do their rights have been fulfilled? It could be yes. But for indigenous people who do not depend on nature for their livelihood, in fact, there are still many indigenous people who depend on nature that their rights are not fulfilled. Whereas in Indonesia, the right of indigenous people have been recognized and respected in the law article 18B paragraph 2. What often happens is deprivation of right. And I will give you the example of deprivation of right. And the example is the occurrence of a limestone mining dispute in the Sambong sub-district, Ponorogo City. The mine was first closed when the local government or in another city by force shut down. In fact, the mine has been operated by the local communities since the Dutch era, but the Ponorogo district government has still closed the mine. So, the local residents who mostly work as traditional miners cannot support their families because they have no income at all. This is because by decade, the residents' income has come from limestone mining. And then the resident, consisting of women who are traditional miners and even children, came to the Ponorogo DPRD office carrying various posters of demands. However, the mine has still closed. And even though it was closed, the Ponorogo district government actually put in a heavy equipment and did mining there every day. Ladies and gentlemen, something similar like this happened because indigenous people are underestimated when they managing nature. The worst of the people who take away this right are not only immigrants, but their own relatives and even the government. And please, when I mention the government, it's not mean all of government do something like that. And I know you understand what I mean. And I believe that in government there's still many, the kind people, smart people, and the people who dedicated their life, their time for this country. Ladies and gentlemen, deprivation of right like this can occur because of Allah and awareness from individuals and from ourselves. And then the indigenous people who depend on nature for their livelihood still lack of recognize and protection from the government. As I mentioned earlier, people who should receive justice are deprived of right. Meanwhile, this is not a curtain with the basic of our country, namely the fifth Pancasila principle, which reads keadilan sosial bagi seluruh rakyat Indonesia. And by the way, actually these communities can improve their performance when the government provide facilities that the result can improve their own economy and then can help to benefit of our country, especially promoting economic equality and poverty alleviation. Ladies and gentlemen, let us cultivate a sense of empathy and sympathy for others. Increase self-awareness that the people of Java, Bali, Sumatra, Papua, and everything in Indonesia is Indonesian. No more discrimination. Let's together build a more beautiful Indonesia. Yeah, this is all of my speech. Ideally, what I have said is kindful for us. And then I do apologize if I have made a mistake. And thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.